to 13 News Now at noon. When you visit the DMV to get or update your license, you're asked a very simple but powerful question. Do you want to be an organ donor? Well, that life-saving opportunity is made possible by Donate Life Virginia, the organization that manages the state's organ, eye, and tissue donor registry. And behind that question is a mission to give hope, healing, and second chances to thousands of people across the Commonwealth. Joining us now with a closer look at how Donate Life Virginia is helping Virginians say yes to saving lives is Donate Life Virginia President Carl Newman. And it's great to see you, Carl.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You hear so much about organ donations, but I think a lot of people just kind of stop there. They don't really understand the mechanics behind it and the significance behind it as well. What do you want people to understand about this?
I think most often, starting the process, just the original registration to donate your organs, it's a choice you make while you're living, similar to a living will, making a financial will. So something that would ease the burden on your family at the time of death. Whether it's an expected death or not, that's very difficult for families to make that decision when they're worried about other grieving processes. So setting yourself up to make that decision to help someone else with organ, eye, or tissue donation is certainly something that would relieve the burden. And you can make as an educated choice when you're not nearing the end.
Right. So. I've heard people say, I'm concerned about signing up to be an organ donor because if I'm in some sort of emergency situation, perhaps the medical team won't try to bring me back. Yeah. That's a real fear that people have. And what do you say to those people?
That's one of the most common myths that people have. The hospital you're at, the emergency medical services, if you're in an accident, they're going to treat you to the best of their ability to help you and keep you alive. The donation process doesn't come into effect until you're at that end of life, and those decisions are being made whether you are brain dead through very clinical tests or will not survive on a ventilator. So those decisions do not impact your care in a hospital whatsoever. Those medical professionals take an oath to keep you as healthy as possible and alive. Yeah. So until that point when you can't.
Right.
And that's where that decision is very helpful.
It's also, that's why it's so important to be informed about this and you know, how it is that you're, kind of giving life even after you're gone. I wonder, too, if people are concerned that the process of it is more complex than they think. But you're saying it's as simple as just going.
Well, the registration is an easy process.
Yeah.
The process of the actual donation and the transplantation, that is incredibly complex.
Right.
There's very complex matching sequences and things like that. Different organizations are involved, getting the organ to the right person, so it's the right match and things like that. That is very complex. Registration is simple. I mean, you can do that through the donatelifevirginia.org website. It takes a matter of minutes. It's really just putting that decision legally that is carried out upon your death on paper so that, everyone knows at that point. So
before we go, I have to ask, because hopefully you have the information about how to sign up, and again, that registration process is simple. But just to drive home the point, how often would you say that there are people that need Donate Life Virginia services, maybe on both sides here, where you're either getting the organs or they're going back out to save someone's life? How often does that happen?
Well, in Virginia, there are approximately 3,000 people listed for organ transplants. And that's if you are healthy enough at the point when you are passing away and you've signed that donor commitment to get your, to go through the process on whether you're a candidate or not, you can save up to 8 people through organ transplant. Wow. Tissue could be up to 75 people. Bone, skin, cardiac valves, things like that, or restore sight to 2 different people through cornea transplants. So it is a significant impact.
Right.
Of course, not everyone is eligible to donate once they pass, but that decision up front is certainly what is necessary.
And to think that you could, not just save one life, but multiple lives. I mean, it really means a lot. All right, Carl, thank you for that. And again, if you're interested, find out more information. The registration process is simple. You can save a lot of lives.